This year, my son is going to be attending special needs private school. 30 states in the United States have vouchers for children to go to private school. The vouchers are so that, you can get help paying for it. I knew that private schools existed for specifically autistic and special needs children, but I knew that they were really, really expensive. I'm talking about some are $100,000 a year, some are 50, some are 30. One day, one of my friends who lived in North Carolina told me about a voucher, a private school grant that they have in North Carolina. So I said, She asked me if Texas had one. I said no. So I started doing research. They didn't have one yet, but it was starting to be talked about, and our governor was going to sign it into, being effective. I put Mason on a wait list for a private school that I liked for him. I had to call around and look for schools that took children like Mason, because some of them only take lower support needs, more children who would be in a general education setting. So that narrowed it down for us to 2 schools. And so I put him on the wait list, knowing that I would not be able to pay it, just by faith moving along, right? And so in January, I applied for Mason to be received the Texas Education Federal account, and he was granted it. We were only given $16,000, which I think was like the average cost or average price that a lot of special needs parents were given. But then I asked the school if they had their own financial aid, which they did. And so we got that as well. And we had a small portion that we were left to pay. And then I started looking at local nonprofits that help, give grants to children with autism, preferably for school or whatever. And so that's what I did. So this is his first year. And like I said, it was a process. I think a lot of parents did not receive the opted out of the program that got the grant, because it was only a certain amount given. Where they said we would get up to $30,000, they gave $16,000. But what I think many forgot is that these schools have their own financial aid. My oldest son, he's 25 now, but in Connecticut, he went to private school for high school, and I only paid $100 a year, and he went all 4 years and graduated and went to college. So there are programs, but every school always has their own financial aid, every private school. And like I said, 30 states, I didn't even know that, I just Googled that, have education freedom accounts. I know that was long. Hopefully y'all stuck in there with me. Share that.